Dear students, today we are going to learn about the era of one party dominance after independence. I shall take you along with me on the journey of one party dominance since 1947 to 67. India got independence in 1947 and the leaders of that time, leaders of the freedom movement and also leaders of the opposition party had one thing agreed upon, that India will have a democratic setup, a democratic government, and people of this nation will be served through democracy. And to have democracy in the nation, it was essential to have elections. So, we chose a path of democracy, whereas many other countries of that time which got independence along with India chose the easier path of not having democracy at the cost of unity. But as decided by the leaders of our nation, it was decided to hold elections, and in 1951 election commission was set up and Shri Sukumar Sen was appointed the first election commissioner of India, and he had a great responsibility to hold elections in such a large country. 17 crore voters were at that time, and 489 member of parliaments were to be elected and about 3,200 MLAs were to be elected. So, electoral roll was to be prepared, voters lists were prepared, and in the first go it was found that there were many discrepancies. So, these were revised and finally, elections were held from October 1951 to February 52, and the results showed the dominance of one party. Congress had won 364 seats out of 489, and the second largest party of at that time was CPI, which won only 16 seats. So, just see the difference, 364 and the next party only 16. So, this way Congress right in the beginning was a dominating party, but there were some reasons behind it. Those reasons are, if you want to count, first reason, and that was the basic reason, that this party, Indian National Congress, had the legacy of freedom movement. Many of its leaders were from the freedom movement. They were respected. They had a wide mass appeal, and elections naturally based on a mass appeal were won because of these leaders. Then Congress was the only party at the time of partition which had its organization spread all over India. Other parties such as Jan Sangh, Socialist Party, Swatantra Party or any other party did not have its organization spread all over India. So, benefit was clearly to the Congress because of its organization framework. Then there was a leader like Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, which is called a charismatic leader with the Congress, and he had a great respect in the hearts of the Indians. So, his leadership, naturally he was leading the Congress party, his leadership gave benefit to the Congress, and that was the reason for dominance of this party, which had won 394 seats out of 489 in the first general elections. And this party also had leaders of mass appeal. Charismatic leader like Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was leading the party. He had a mass appeal. He had a great respect in the hearts of Indians. So, every Indian voted for Congress and the result was clear. Along with this, many other leaders, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, Sardar Patel, they were also from the national movement and they also had mass appeal. So, these were the reasons for the dominance of Congress party in the first general election, and this dominance persisted for the next two general elections of 57 and 62. Congress won the first three elections in almost all the states and at center also. If we look at the number of seats won by Congress in the first general election of 52, the seats won were 364. In the second election, 57 seats won were 371, and in the third election, that is of 62 seats won were 367. So, almost 74% of the seats were won by Congress, whereas the second largest party got only about 16 seats and independents got some seats. So, it showed that dominance of the Congress was very prominent, but there was another reason. The election method of first past the post artificially boosted the success and dominance of Congress. It is for your information that Congress got only 45% of the votes polled and secured 74% of the seats, whereas the Communist Party CPI got 10% of the votes polled and secured only about 3% of the seats. So, this artificial boosting of the success and dominance of Congress was due to the method of election, that was first past the post. First past the post, what does it mean? It means the party which gets votes more than other parties, votes more than any other party. Suppose there are 4 parties, and if we equally divide, 25 votes can be scored by each and every party, but if a party gets 30 votes and other party gets 25, third party gets 25 and the fourth party gets 20 votes, then this party who is getting 30 votes is the winner. So, number of votes polled are 100, but a party which is getting only 30% of the votes is winner because of this method of first past the post. It is not necessary and it is not essential to score more than 50% of the votes, and this system is still being practiced in India. Even today, first past the post is the method which is being practiced in India. And after this third general election, something new happened. Congress party for the first time in its history got no majority in 7 states of India. This way you see that Congress dominance was there for the first 3 general elections, but in the 4th election it declined a bit. Even then in the 4th election also it got majority of the center, but a few states were not won by the Congress. So, it is visible that Congress was in dominance for the first 3 general elections, and these 20 years were the years of Congress in the Indian political scene. After that, many new happenings created a problem for the Congress party, and those are not to be discussed here, because Congress dominance, the era of one party dominance is the subject which we are to deal with. So, we see that method of election, that is first past the post, also helped Congress to have dominance, along with its prominence in the field of mass appeal, its charismatic leaders and its infrastructure which it had in the whole of the country. So, Congress dominance, which is still one way or the other is felt in present day politics, was the legacy of freedom movement, in which many leaders of the Congress made sacrifices, made contribution in such a way that still those things are being remembered by the Indians through the history of freedom movement. So, dear students, Congress dominance in the first 3 election is the era of one party dominance in India, and it is altogether different from dominance in other countries such as in China, Cuba or Syria, where constitution had made the provision only for one party. In India, provision is of not one party, but here it is multi-party system, and in multi-party system Congress have dominated. So, in the fair and free elections Congress dominated. So, it is the story which we are to deal with. So, Congress dominance in the first 3 election, as you have studied, had been there since 47 to 67.